Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving deep into the world of rare and valuable Lincoln wheat pennies. These small but mighty coins have been a part of American history since 1909, but some of them are worth serious money today. We're talking millions. In this video, we'll be looking at the top 6 most valuable ultra-rare Lincoln wheat pennies that could make you rich if you find them in your collection, or even in your pocket change. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and let's get started. Today, we're diving into one of the most sought-after pennies in US history. It's a coin that's captivated numismatists and collectors alike for decades, not just for its age and rarity, but for the story it tells about American history. That's right, we're talking about the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny, a coin that has not only survived the test of time but has become one of the most valuable pieces in modern American coinage. And it's currently worth a jaw-dropping $1 million. Let's break down why this humble penny is worth so much and explore its fascinating history. The 1945 Lincoln wheat penny, worth $1 million. History and background of the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny. The year 1945 was a pivotal year in world history. The end of World War II marked a turning point, bringing peace to war-torn nations and reshaping economies. In the United States, the coinage system was going through changes too, as metal shortages due to the war effort forced the U.S. Mint to adapt. But through all of this, one coin remained a staple of everyday life, the Lincoln wheat penny. Produced from 1909 to 1958, the Lincoln wheat penny features 2 distinct sides that reflect American values and history. The obverse, or front, showcases Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, who led the country through the Civil War and abolished slavery. The reverse side is known for its iconic design, 2 stalks of wheat, symbolizing America's agricultural roots. The 1945 Lincoln wheat penny, just like its predecessors, was struck in copper and measures 19 millimeters in diameter, weighing around 3.11 grams. It was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, with no mint mark, as the Denver and San Francisco mints were still focused on producing other coins for wartime production. In total, approximately 1.5 billion 1945 pennies were minted, making it seem like a regular coin. But the story doesn't end there. Why the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny is so valuable. So, why is a penny from 1945 suddenly worth $1 million? Well, it all comes down to rarity and condition. Most 1945 pennies are found in circulation or in decent condition, but it's the highly rare, uncirculated specimens that are worth the big money. The condition of a coin is known as its grade, and coins with higher grades are exponentially more valuable. A worn 1945 penny might only be worth a few cents, but a gem quality, uncirculated 1945 penny can be worth upwards of $10,000. The coin's value really skyrockets when it's graded at MS 65 or higher. However, the ultimate prize is finding a 1945 Lincoln wheat penny with an extraordinary error, such as a rare double die or overmint mark, which we'll discuss in a moment. The rarest and most valuable variations of the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny. Now let's dive deeper into the rarest variations of the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny. The most valuable error coins tend to have unique flaws during their minting process that make them stand out from the rest. One of the most famous errors in the 1945 series is the double die variety. This occurs when a coin is struck more than once by the die, resulting in doubled images. Some 1945 Lincoln wheat pennies exhibit a double die obverse with a noticeable doubling of Abraham Lincoln's ear, his eye, and even the words liberty and in God we trust. This doubling, though subtle, adds immense value to the coin. Another rarity involves the 1945 D Lincoln wheat penny, produced at the Denver Mint. While the regular 1945 Philadelphia penny was minted in the billions, the 1945 D is rare, especially in uncirculated grades. If you're lucky enough to find a 1945 D in mint condition, it could fetch up to $50,000. But the rarest examples might even approach the $1 million mark if they come with a special error. The current market value of the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny. Now, let's talk about the current market value of the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny, which has caused quite a stir in the numismatic world. As of today, a pristine, uncirculated specimen of the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny is worth anywhere from $10,000 to $100,000, depending on the grade and the specific error it contains. But the rarest of the rare, the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny with a unique error, can reach an astonishing $1 million or more in the right market conditions. This price is largely driven by demand from serious collectors, as well as the rarity and uniqueness of these era coins. How to identify and grade a 1945 Lincoln Wheat penny. So, how do you identify a valuable 1945 Lincoln Wheat penny? First, you'll want to examine the coin closely for any signs of wear. Look for sharp details in the wheat stalks, Lincoln's profile, and the lettering. A clean, sharp image is what you're looking for. And remember, coins that are in the highest grade of MS65 or above will fetch the biggest prices. Next, check for any mint errors. A magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe is essential here. Pay attention to doubling, unusual die marks, or any weird characteristics that stand out. Once you've identified your coin's condition and any potential errors, it's time to get it professionally graded by a trusted organization like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. The 1945 Lincoln Wheat penny is much more than just a piece of metal. It's a historical artifact that carries the weight of America's past, from its agricultural roots to its wartime sacrifices. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a beginner, finding a rare and high-quality 1945 Lincoln Wheat penny is a treasure hunt worth pursuing. With the right grade, unique errors, and a little bit of luck, you could find yourself holding a coin worth $1 million. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss out on more valuable coin content. And as always, keep collecting. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're into rare coins, valuable collectibles, and the history behind these treasures, you're in for a treat today. In this video, we're diving into one of the most intriguing coins from the mid-20th century, the 1949 Lincoln Wheat penny. If you've ever wondered why this penny is so valuable and why collectors are willing to pay up to $1.4 million for it, stay tuned. We're going to break it all down, from its history to how it ended up being worth so much money. But before we get started, if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest videos about rare coins and their amazing histories. The Lincoln Wheat penny, a staple of American currency for over 50 years, was produced from 1909 to 1958. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the reverse of the coin features two stalks of wheat, which is why it's commonly referred to as the wheat penny. The obverse displays a portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, marking a major shift in coinage design when it replaced the Indian head cent in 1909. Throughout its production, the Lincoln Wheat penny underwent several variations and changes, and one of the most notable years is 1949. So, let's talk about this penny, why it stands out, and how it came to be so highly sought after by collectors today. The 1949 Lincoln Wheat penny, what makes it so special? When it comes to the 1949 Lincoln Wheat penny, its rarity and condition play a massive role in its value. You might think, it's just a penny. But this coin has so much more history and story behind it than you might realize. The 1949 penny was minted at two locations, the Philadelphia Mint, denoted by a No Mint mark, and the Denver Mint, denoted by the D Mint mark. While millions of these pennies were produced, there's a significant distinction when it comes to their condition and rarity. Many of the 1949 wheat pennies were produced in mass quantities and are still easy to find in good condition, but those with unique qualities can fetch extremely high prices. The minting process and errors. In 1949, the US Mint was still dealing with post-World War II coin shortages, meaning they were minting large numbers of pennies to meet demand. As with any large-scale production, a few things went wrong, and certain errors were made that created significant value in the coin market today. The most famous errors for the 1949 Lincoln Wheat penny are die breaks, double dies, and repunched mint marks. These errors, which happen during the minting process, are what make these pennies especially rare. For example, a double die is a minting error where the die strikes the coin twice, creating a doubled appearance in the design. A 1949 penny with this error can be worth significantly more than a regular 1949 coin. Similarly, a repunched mint mark error, where the mint mark was struck multiple times, also contributes to its rarity and value. The 1949 Lincoln Wheat penny's value. Now, let's get to the part you're probably most interested in. The value of the 1949 Lincoln Wheat penny. While most 1949 pennies are worth only a few cents, especially if they're in average circulated condition, some of the rare examples are valued in the thousands, tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The key to these pennies' high value lies in their condition. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated, or near perfect condition, graded as MS65 or higher by professional coin grading services, are worth significantly more. In fact, a 1949 Lincoln Wheat penny in mint condition can easily be worth several $1,000s. But here's the kicker. There's a specific 1949 Lincoln Wheat penny that has garnered incredible attention in recent years. The 1949 No Mint Mark, Philadelphia, penny in MS-67 condition. This coin has sold for upwards of $1.4 million in auction, making it one of the most expensive pennies ever sold. So, why is this coin worth so much? It all comes down to its extreme rarity. A coin in MS-67 grade, which means it has almost no visible wear and has been perfectly preserved, is incredibly hard to come by. It represents the pinnacle of a well-maintained coin in the highest possible grade, and only a handful of these coins exist in such condition. How to identify the 1949 Lincoln Wheat penny with high value? Now, if you think you might have a 1949 penny lying around in your collection or change jar, you're probably wondering how to identify if yours is worth a small fortune. Here's how. Examine the mint mark. The 1949 penny could either have no mint mark, Philadelphia, or a D mint mark, Denver. Coins with no mint mark are typically rarer and more valuable, but you'll need to focus on other factors like condition and errors. Look for errors. As mentioned earlier, minting errors like double dies and repunched mint marks increase a coin's value. If your 1949 penny shows signs of doubling in the date, or other design elements, it could be worth a lot more. Check the condition. Coins in higher grades, particularly those that are in mint condition, are the ones that fetch the highest prices. Coins that show signs of wear or damage will be worth far less. Professional grading. If you think you might have a valuable 1949 penny, it's worth getting it professionally graded by a service like the PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. A proper grade can significantly affect its market value. Why are rare coins like the 1949 Lincoln Wheat penny so valuable? So, why are certain coins worth so much more than others? Well, rare coins are often valued based on rarity, condition, and historical significance. The 1949 Lincoln Wheat penny is so valuable because it represents a rare moment in U.S. coinage. While millions of these pennies were produced, only a tiny fraction have survived in pristine condition, with minting errors or other unique qualities. Additionally, coins like the 1949 penny hold a special place in the hearts of collectors and investors. The world of coin collecting is deeply rooted in history, and owning a piece of that history can feel like holding on to a tangible artifact of America's past. The 1949 penny also symbolizes the growth of the U.S. economy after World War II. It was a coin minted during a transitional time, as the country was moving away from the war and into the 1950s prosperity. That historical context, combined with the rarity of well-preserved coins, is what makes these pennies so valuable today. So there you have it. The fascinating history and incredible value of the 1949 Lincoln Wheat penny. While most of us will come across common pennies in our spare change, a few rare examples can sell for millions. If you have one of these pennies in your collection, it might be worth getting it evaluated by a professional coin grading service. As we've learned today, the 1949 Lincoln Wheat penny is not just a piece of currency. It's a window into American history, and it could make you a fortune if you have the right one. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow coin enthusiasts, and subscribe for more content on rare and valuable coins. Leave a comment below if you have a 1949 penny or any other rare coins you'd like to know more about. Until next time, keep collecting, keep learning, and keep searching for those hidden treasures in your pocket change. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin enthusiast, collector, or just a fan of history, you've come to the right place. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that's likely been in your pocket at some point, or maybe even in your change jar. But did you know that a 1950 Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny can be worth thousands of dollars? That's right. This small, humble penny, originally worth just 1 cent, can fetch up to $18,653 on the current market. Let's explore the fascinating history behind this coin, why it's so valuable, and what you should look for if you think you might have one of these rare pennies tucked away. So stay tuned as we uncover all the details you need to know. The history of the 1950 Lincoln Wheat penny. First, let's go back in time a bit. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln on his 100th birthday, and it became one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. The wheat penny was minted from 1909 to 1958, and it gets its name from the two stalks of wheat featured on the reverse side of the coin. The obverse features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner. The reverse, with its distinctive wheat stalks, symbolizes the country's agrarian roots, a nod to the hard-working farmers of America. Now, let's fast forward to 1950, the year our coin of the day was minted. In 1950, the US was emerging from the Great Depression, and World War II had just ended. The economy was in recovery, and life in America was starting to feel a bit more stable. This was the year the Lincoln wheat penny was still circulating in full force. At that time, the US Mint produced hundreds of millions of pennies, but little did anyone know, one of those would eventually be worth a small fortune. Why is the 1950 wheat penny so valuable? Now, let's talk about why the 1950 Lincoln wheat penny is so valuable today. While most 1950 pennies are still worth just a cent, some are incredibly rare, and their value skyrockets into the thousands. The main reason for this is the rarity and condition of certain 1950 pennies. In general, coins from the 1950s are relatively common, but there are specific 1950 wheat pennies that are highly sought after by collectors. The most valuable of these coins are the ones with errors or those in exceptional condition, graded as MS65 or higher by professional grading services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. The rare varieties and coin errors. Let's get into the specific varieties of the 1950 penny that can make it worth a lot of money. One of the most valuable 1950 pennies comes from the Denver Mint, marked with a D mint mark. Now, there are two important variations, the regular 1950 D penny and the 1950 D over D variety. The 1950 D over D variety is one of the most famous errors in US coinage. On these pennies, the mint mark was stamped twice, first the regular D, and then the D was stamped over the top, slightly misaligned. This gives it a unique look, and it's a prized find for any serious coin collector. Other errors that can boost a coin's value include double dies or repunched mint marks. The more distinctive the error, the higher the value. So, if you have a 1950 Lincoln wheat penny with an unusual mint mark, or doubling, you might have a hidden gem. Condition is key, the grading system. Another key factor that impacts the coin's value is its condition. Coin grading is a standardized system that helps determine how well preserved a coin is. The grading scale runs from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin with no wear or imperfections. Most coins you'll encounter in your pocket change are going to fall somewhere in the lower range of the scale. The most valuable 1950 pennies are in excellent condition, graded as MS65 or higher. Coins in this grade have little to no wear, and they show sharp details and vibrant color. When you're talking about a 1950 penny in this condition, you're looking at a much higher market value. A coin graded MS65 or higher can be worth thousands, closer to that $18,653 price range. How do you tell if you have a 1950 wheat penny worth money? So, how can you tell if you have a 1950 Lincoln wheat penny that could be worth a small fortune? Well, you'll want to start by checking the mint mark, which is located below the date. A D mint mark means the coin was minted in Denver. If you suspect you have the over D variety, take a closer look with a magnifying glass. If you see a double mint mark, that's a sign of the error coin. Next, examine the condition of your penny. Does it have sharp, clear details? Is the color still vibrant? Is there any noticeable wear on Lincoln's face or the wheat stalks on the back? If your penny looks crisp and well preserved, it could be worth sending to a professional grading service for evaluation. The current market value. So, what's the current market value of the 1950 Lincoln wheat penny? As of now, a typical 1950 D penny is worth about 25 to 50 cents. However, if you have one in exceptional condition, say, graded MS65 or higher, or one of the rare error varieties like the 1950 D over D penny, you're looking at a value upwards of $18,653. That's right, there are people out there paying top dollar for these rare coins. Whether you're a collector or someone looking to sell a hidden treasure, the 1950 Lincoln wheat penny could be worth more than you ever imagined. To wrap things up, the 1950 Lincoln wheat penny is a perfect example of how something that seems common can actually hold great value. Whether it's due to its rarity, historical significance, or a special minting error, these pennies can be worth thousands in the right condition. So, before you toss that old penny into the jar, take a closer look. It might just be worth a small fortune. As always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more exciting coin content. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin, and I'll see you